Hello, everybody. I'm Sir Rafael, and I will be teaching you environmental studies for class 3. Now, everybody, take out your Wonder World Environmental Studies Book 3 and turn with me to page 54, lesson number 8, Food We Eat. Yes, today we will be learning about the food that we eat. Have you eaten your food today? What did you have for food? Have you eaten your breakfast, lunch, dinner? Yes, we all need food to live and give us energy and strength, and also to grow up to be healthy and strong. So, today we will be learning more about the food that we eat every day, right? Do you eat food every day? That's right. In the mornings, especially in the mornings, this is the most important meal of the day, the meal you have in the morning, your breakfast or your morning meal, and then in the afternoon as well, maybe afternoon tea or lunch as well, brunch sometimes, and then in the evening dinner or supper, right? So let us let us learn about the food that we eat. Now let us take a look at the picture you see in front of you. Read about the favorite foods of people from different parts of India, right? So we many people live all over India that like different things, right? And depending on where we are from, we may eat different kinds of food. Now let's look at the first picture. You see a girl there, and she is saying, I am a Bengali. I love mashed boiled potatoes with hot rice and ghee. I also love fish curry and rice. And the next boy says, I am from Punjab. My mom makes the most delicious rajma chawal. Want to try some? And then the next boy says, I live in Rajasthan. Every morning I have a large glass of camel's milk, right? They drink camel's milk in Rajasthan. And the next girl says, I live in Nagaland and my favorite dish is meat. I also like dried bamboo shoots. Then the next girl says, I live in Chennai. I love steaming idlis for breakfast every morning. So you can see that these different children from different parts of India like eating different things. Now, what do you like eating? What is it that you like the most? You enjoy the most eating, right? What are your two most favorite dishes, right? So write down there what you like eating the most. And let's carry on. Let us read below that. We eat food to live, get energy, and become big and strong. From where do we get the food that we eat? Let us know about the sources of food, right? So, we have to know where we get our food, right? The sources of food. We get fruits, cereals, and vegetables from plants. We get meat, fish, eggs, and milk from animals. Some of these foods have to be cooked, while others can be eaten raw, right? So, what kind of foods can we eat raw? Tell me. Can we eat meat raw? No. You don't eat raw meat, right? We don't eat raw eggs, right? We eat raw cereals? No. What are the things that we can eat raw? Say fruits, apples. Yes, you don't have to cook apples to eat them. Maybe carrots as well. Yes. So let us take a look at the food from plants. Look at the pictures. Here are some of the parts of the plants that we can eat. Can you name the parts? Choose words from the help box, right? So the first is a picture of an apple. What is an apple? An apple is a fruit, right? So we shall pick fruit from the box. And I will leave you to complete the rest, right? You can do the others with help from mommy and daddy. Now let us read below that. People who do not eat meat or fish but eat vegetables and milk products are known as vegetarians, right? So vegetarians don't eat meat or fish. Those who eat meat, fish, vegetables, milk, and milk products are called non vegetarians. So, what is the difference between vegetarians and non vegetarians? Vegetarians don't eat meat or fish, but they eat vegetables and milk products, right? And non vegetarians are those who eat meat, fish, as well as vegetables and milk products, right? And people who eat only vegetables and do not eat anything that comes from animals, including milk products like curd, are known as vegans, right? So those are vegans, people who only eat vegetables and do not eat anything that comes from animals, including milk and milk products like curd. So there's a difference between vegetarians and vegans again. Vegetarians eat vegetables and milk products, but vegans do not eat milk products, or they don't eat meat. They don't eat meat as well, right? They don't eat meat, fish, and milk products. So those are the three kinds. You have vegetarians, non-vegetarians, and vegans. Vegetarians who eat meat or fish, who do not eat meat or fish, sorry, but eat vegetables and milk products. And then you have non vegetarians who eat meat, fish, vegetables, milk, and milk products. And then you have vegans who only eat vegetables, do not eat anything that comes from animals, like milk products like curd, and yeah, and milk. They don't drink milk as well. So, most vegetables and cereals are cooked before eating. However, some fruits and vegetables like carrots and lettuce are eaten raw too. All food that is eaten raw must be washed properly to get rid of germs. Yes, it is very important to wash the food that we eat before we eat them or we cook them, because that will get rid of the germs, right? So, moving on. Food from land and water animals. Meat, eggs, and milk come from animals. We get milk from the buffalo, cow, and goat. In deserts, people drink camel's milk, and in cold places like Ladakh, people drink yak's milk. Ladakhis also eat cheese and butter made from yak's milk. We eat fish from the rivers and the sea. Sea animals such as crabs, lobsters, oysters, and squids are also eaten, right? So we get different kinds of food from land and water animals, right? What are some land animals? Like cows, goats, buffaloes, and in the deserts, camels, and from in cold places, the yaks, right? We get milk, meat, and eggs from those animals, land animals. And then from sea animals, water animals, um, such as fish from rivers and seas, other sea animals such as crabs, lobsters, oysters, squids, prawns as well. Have you had these things? Seafood. Do you like seafood? Yes, seafood comes from the rivers and the seas. So we get food from both land and water animals as well. Now, we will be learning about food groups, right? So we have to remember that food is divided into many different groups, and we need food from each different groups so that we can become healthy and strong and get energy, and we can grow up. So let us learn about food groups. We get various nutrients from the food we eat. Our body requires these nutrients to grow and stay healthy. On the basis of the nutrients they provide, food can be divided into different groups. We should eat the right amount of food from each food group to remain healthy. Let us know about some food groups, right? So the food groups, there are basically six main food groups: proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, fiber, and minerals, right? So proteins are found in milk, cottage cheese or paneer, curds, eggs, pulses, meat, fish, and beans. Proteins You know, they help us grow strong and repair our body when it is injured. These are also called the grow foods, right? So foods that keep us that help us grow are proteins. Where are proteins found? In milk, cottage cheese, curd, eggs, pulses, meat, fish, and beans, right? And protein is very important. Have lots and lots of proteins. And then you have carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are found in cereals, rice, sugar, bread, and potato. They are used by the body to give us energy for work and play. They are called also called go foods, right? Proteins are called grow foods because they help us grow strong. And then carbohydrates are called go foods because they give us energy to work and play, right? Look at the word carbohydrate. Carbohydrates, carbohydrates, yes. And then you next we have fats. These are mostly found in oily foods such as butter, cooking oils, and in red meat. They help keep the skin soft and glowing and are referred to as the glow foods, right? Glow foods. They help us digest our food. They also keep us free from illness. Extra fat is stored by the body to make up for its loss when we are ill, right? So, fats mostly found in oily foods such as butter, cooking oils, and in red meat. They help keep the skin soft and glowing and are referred to as glow foods. And they help us digest our oil and they keep us free from illness as well. Extra fat is stored by the body to make up for its loss when we are ill. Now, the fats component, the food group, is to be consumed the least out of all of the food groups, right? Otherwise, eating too much of fats will make us become obese, right? And obesity is something that is undesirable. It will give us many problems when we grow older, right? So out of all of the food groups, fats should be regulated the most. And then you have vitamins. Vitamins, other than the three types of food, we also need vitamins or vitamins to keep the body healthy and free from diseases. Vitamins are found in fruits and vegetables, right? Where are vitamins found? In fruits and vegetables. And they keep the body healthy and free from diseases. And then next you have fiber, right? Fiber. Whole grains, fruits, and vegetables also carry fiber, which helps our body to digest food. The skin of some fruits like apples and pears contain fiber, which should not be removed when eaten, right? So, fiber helps our body digest the food that we eat. If we do not digest properly, then we suffer from indigestion, right? So, some of fiber foods are whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. And the skin of the fruits like apples and pears contain fiber. And you should not remove them when they are eaten because the skin contains the most fiber, right? Now on to the last one. We've learned about proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and fiber. And the last is minerals. Calcium and iron are two important minerals needed by the body. Iron makes our blood red. Calcium is needed for strong teeth and bones, right? Does mommy and daddy feed you calcium tablets? Do you drink milk? Yes, calcium and iron you can find in milk. Milk is very important for the body, and it makes our blood red, and it gives us strong teeth and bones to help us grow up big and strong, right? Now let us keep reading. Milk is a complete food for babies till they are 6 months old. It is rich in protein, fat, sugar, vitamin A, vitamin B, and calcium. Growing children should also drink milk every day, right? Milk is very rich in minerals like calcium and iron, right? Now, it is very important to have a balanced meal. What is a balanced meal? A balanced meal is a meal that comprises of all the six food groups, right? Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, fiber, and um, minerals, right? Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, fiber, and minerals. All of the six food groups have to be eaten regularly every day. That is how we have balanced meals. If we eat too much of one thing and we don't eat anything of the other, then we have imbalanced or improper meals. And that is very harmful for the body, right? So, a balanced diet contains the right amount of protein, carbohydrate, fat, fiber, minerals, vitamins, vitamins and minerals required by the body. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It should be a large meal, yes. Morning, you have breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Children who have breakfast before going to school are usually more active and find it easier to study in school. We should have a balanced meal during lunch, including vegetables and cereals. Dinner should be eaten by 8 in the evening. This should be the smallest meal. We should not lie down immediately after meals. Yes, do not lie down after immediately after meals because it can give us indigestion, right? So, in between these main meals, we have snacks. It is important to have at least one fruit every day. Do you eat fruits every day? Yes, it is very important to eat fruits every day. At least one. Fast food or junk food such as burgers and potato wafers should be avoided as they are not very healthy. Food must be eaten in small bites and chewed well. We should have meals at the right time. It is not good to talk while eating, right? So all of these are very good habits. You have to eat food in small bites and you have to chew well. Yes, don't eat too much at one time. And then we have to eat meals at the right time as well. It is not good to talk while eating. So, do you keep these good habits? Right? Make sure you follow these good habits as at home as well. And then the next, water. Of course, water is very important. Everybody drinks water. We should drink water every day. So, drinking enough water is part of a balanced diet. It is important because our body needs water to digest food. All foods contain some water, but we lose a lot of water through sweat, urine, and while breathing out. So we must drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. How many glasses of water in a day do you drink? Yes, very important. Now let us remember what we have learned. We get different nutrients from the food we eat. Carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, vitamins, and fats are some of the nutrients that we get from food. We also need fiber in our diet as it helps in digestion. We should drink water. We should drink enough water along with the food that we eat. And our meal should be a balanced meal containing all the essential nutrients in the right amounts, right? Right, so that is the end of the lesson. For homework, I would like you to do exercises A, B, and C on page 60. Right? Thank you for joining me for this lesson, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.